Whoa, 1,000 former DOJ officials want Barr to resign? Oh, yeah, and I've got more on that. And I also have a little interesting CDC connection that I think you're going to like. Stay tuned and we'll be right there. Hey everybody, this is Deb with Truthification Chronicles, and oh wow, look at this. 1,000 former DOJ officials call for resignation of U.S. Attorney General William Barr. This means he is over the target, folks. And you know what? Here's an interesting little opportunity for digital soldiers out there. Some of them have already taken her up on this. Margot Cleveland, who is a professor, and it says here that she is an adjunct professor at Notre Dame, which is in Pete Buttigieg's South Bend. So anyway, she says she needs crowdsources. She wants a bunch of people to join in on this because there's 1,000 people on that list. Well, guess what? If we take a few of them and we find out, I want to highlight how many are Democrat and anti-Trump donors. So that's what she's asking people to do. And she went through, she did this of the first name. And yeah, we're finding out Diane Sanford is with the Antimicrobial Therapy Inc. donated $1,000 to the DNC. And here's another 500, and then here's for Warren for president. So, very interesting. And guess what? She's already got several people who are chiming in. So what she was asking for 100 people that would take 10 names. But here it is. And she's got people who are already looking into them, finding out how many of them. And this one says from the chart I looked at with the 50 of the most time under their belt with the DOJ, the findings and citations are here. I mean, here's the researchers. This is General Flynn's digital soldiers at work. So I thought that was really interesting, fascinating thread. Read through the comments, folks, because people are digging, and I love to hear the sound of that digging going on. So anyway, that's the first one, but I also need to remind you, here's the list, and she links to it. And this has everybody there. So if you want to dig on some of them, you can do that. And they're disgruntled, because of this whole thing with Barr. Well, the timeline was that Barr made the decision before Trump made the tweet. And this is what they're getting all turned around and everything. But, they are very upset. And to me, that says, good. That's the deep state getting ticked off because somebody has dared to stand up to them. Good for them. And besides, that sentence was just like really out of the ballpark. So anybody should have questioned it. Well, guess what? Someone else is chiming in on this. And notice the time that he chimed in. 9/11. Very interesting. To the men and women of DOJ, FBI, do not resign. Stay strong. In all your actions, be true to the oath you've sworn. Report wrongdoing. The era of Trump and Barr will pass. Their slander, insults, and corrupt acts will end. We, the American people, respect and believe in you. So essentially, yeah, all of you deep staters, stay in your positions because eventually Trump will be out and then, you'll be able to do your job again and he won't be on your case. Yeah, well, that's not going to happen. Yeah, I love it. Brain Medic did a good job there. All right, here's another one. I just got a few headlines here. Nikki Haley says Chinese spying has reached unprecedented levels in the United States. The FBI is now overseeing around 1,000 cases of espionage with Chinese spies infiltrating the State Department, the CIA, and Defense Intelligence Agency. And shall we say Congress? I think maybe we could add that too. So, yeah, this is getting serious, folks. Not just Chinese spying. We know that there are people working for other governments, too, that are infiltrating our government as well. So, yeah, gotta keep on our toes. And it's about time that we started purging some of them. In fact, I think maybe Eric Holder was talking to some of them, probably. Yep. Anyway. giving them their marching orders. Well, here's an interesting tidbit. John Solomon Reports. This is his podcast, and if you haven't had a chance to connect in with it, there are lots of different ways you can do that. But if you have just a regular laptop or whatever, and you go through a regular browser, you can do it this way. And what I like about this is you can go backwards and forwards a little bit. Plus, over here, you can change how fast it talks. So that's kind of nice sometimes. But this particular podcast right here is with a guy, here it is, with a guy named Kash Patel. Okay, and that is the National Security Council Senior Director, Kash Patel. And he's basically the counterterrorism guy for Trump. And guess what? I've heard his name before. Where did I hear it? Right here. 1481, Kash Patel, name to remember. And if he says it's a name to remember, you better remember it. So this was an interesting interview. I didn't really hear anything that was earth-shattering in it, but I think it was really good to listen to. So very interesting there. Things are moving. Things are happening. Okay, and then I want to give you a connection here. Very interesting. The National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases, which is, really dealing a lot with this coronavirus thing. Well, guess what? The lady kind of in charge is Nancy Messonnier, is the director of the Center for the National Center for Immunization and Respiratory Diseases. And, yeah, that's her right there. Does she look familiar to you? Well, she kind of has some of the family traits because you know what? Guess who she's related to? Yeah, look at this. See, they do kind of look similar. Yeah. And guess what? If you go down here to his family, background, early life and family, look at this. Rod Rosenstein, and he has one sister, Dr. Nancy Messonnier. Oh, look at that. Now, I'm not saying what that connection means, but I just think it's very interesting. Right? And here's her Twitter feed even. Now, there is a rumor going around Twitter. I saw one thing that was being passed around that had supposedly message from her, like text message that she sent to somebody that said, well, it's a lot worse than what they're saying, and there's a lot more people infected than what they're putting out. I don't know. I don't know that there's really any way to verify that, but it's going around that she actually said that in I think it was a direct message in Twitter or something. So just wanted to let you know that. I'll leave her Twitter feed down below if you want to check out the link to it, because she's been posting a lot. But I just thought it was a very interesting connection that I thought you might need to know or want to know. Well, Huber put out this, and he was giving congratulations to this lady on her retirement, and somebody noticed that his tie had an interesting pattern. And when you get a little closer, you might be able to see it here, but you can really see it here. Notice what letter of the alphabet this looks like. Yeah, kind of looks like the 17th letter of the alphabet to me, doesn't it? Like this one is, this one's not. That's just kind of a blot. I don't know. And so these right here all look like that letter. I can't say that it is, but it kind of looks like it. It really does. So just thought I'd point that out to you too. And then the last thing I want to leave you with is this. What is the Space Force all about? I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but it sounds really interesting. This is Candace Owens, and she's talking to the guy in charge of the Space Force here. So I think this could be really interesting to listen to, and I thought I'd make sure you knew about it too. Again, I didn't find that until right before I was getting ready to record, so I thought I'd put it in there for you. The links for all of these things will be down below, and so you can check them all out for yourself. That's what I've got for you on this one. Lots of things to check into. I want to thank you for stopping by, and I'll see y'all later.